Good morning, Ann,
Good
and
morning.
thank you for joining me here in studio here on the UHD campus. Hope you're having a great Friday as I am.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today. It's an honor.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, thank you again for taking the time, and I just wanted our viewers and our audience to get to know you a little bit better. You are a current UHD student. I'll have you speak to that a little bit more here in just a moment, but to give, again, our audience and our viewers some perspective, I'd like to just start by asking you, first and foremost, tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of a little bit with respect to your background, where you grew up, if you'd like to touch on family a little bit or any siblings that you may have, but like where you went to school and ultimately how you found yourself here on the UHD campus.
Yes, ma'am. So I was born and raised in Vietnam. I moved here in 2010, so it hasn't been that long yet.
Sure. Wow.
So I moved here when I was possibly around 10 or 11 years old. So it was hard at first learning English since I didn't know anything basically. And so it just continued. Since I was younger, I was able to pick it up more than older generations. So it was hard, but it was adaptable. So I first went to school in Washington State,
Oh, okay.
and then I moved here to Houston in September of 2010,
Okay.
right on 9/11.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yeah, after I found that, I was like, oh, wow.
I can't
But
even imagine. I mean, knowing what people who lived here went through during that time to come in, to have just immigrated here to the United States, and to that be one of your first, historic
yeah,
experiences, very traumatic for a lot of folks
yes,
across
definitely.
the nation and even the world. But wow, so again, 2010. And then ultimately you went to school, and once you found yourself here in Houston, what part of town did you grow up in, and again, where did you attend school?
I stayed in the Spring area.
Okay.
So I went to school in, my middle school was Wells Middle School.
Okay.
And then for high school, I was lucky enough to be chosen to Spring Early College Academy. That was where I was able to get my not associate degree alongside with my high school degree.
Okay, so
So
ended up completing, again, through that early college program in spring, you were able to, again, graduate high school alongside completing that, I'm assuming an Associate of Arts degree
yes, an Associate of Arts degree with Lone Star.
with Lone Star
Yes, ma'am.
College. Okay, so did you actually, did you take all your courses through the spring early college setting, or did you actually ever take any courses at one of the Lone Star campuses during that time?
So at the beginning, like freshman and sophomore year, the professors actually come to us.
Okay.
So the professor at Lone Star came to us and they taught us at our school. And then for junior and senior year, we were actually able to go to the North Harris campus and to experience like what it's like to be in college.
Awesome.
So
And
yeah,
so
it
how did you find that experience to be when you again were able to take some of those courses on the Lone Star College North Harris campus?
was actually an amazing experience because I get to learn a lot more about like Lone Star, and I get to interact with other college students even though I was still in high school. And the professor was great. Like they knew that we were part of early college, but they still treat us like, college students. They still expect us to turn in everything on time. And it was great. They helped us throughout the process.
Excellent. Well, that's good to hear. Obviously, you may or may not be aware of this, Ann. So a huge part or bulk of our student population are incoming transfer students who many of them do matriculate from
Yes.
campuses such as Lone Star College as well as our other area community college campuses. And so that's good to know that you have that experience that many current UHD students have. Did you end up transferring to UHD right after high school and with that Associate of Arts degree, or did you end up staying at one of the Lone Star campuses a little while longer before you ultimately transferred to UHD.
I actually transferred to UHD right after I graduated high school with that Associate of Arts degree. And that did help me with some of the classes, the basic classes. And so I was like, wow, I get to go straight into my majors and minors classes that I needed to take instead of just taking like the basic classes.
So you had come in, as you said, with what we refer to in the business as core complete. You came in core complete with that foundation of English, history, math, government science courses that all students need if looking to pursue a bachelor level degree. But then, like you said, you were able to get a jump start on some of those major and minor specific courses. So now that you've touched upon that, what major did you decide to pursue here at UHD?
Well, I wanted to go here to UHD because it's like a small campus, and my high school was small too. So it was like the familiarity that we have here, and also since the class size are smaller, the professors are easier to interact with the students. And if I have any questions, like the professor will help even like right after class, and unlike other bigger colleges that you have to schedule a time.
Right, right. So you yourself, your experience was such that, again, coming from the spring early college, again, small school, small class sizes, again, even with Lone Star and those dual credit type courses, again, small class sizes, you found the same thing when you transitioned here to UHD. Again, relatively same concept, small class sizes here, which was comforting, like you said, and familiar to you.
Yes.
And so again, you transitioned here to UHD. I know you're currently you've started your graduate degree here, but again, you decided to pursue a business, correct? You have your undergraduate degree from UHD here, and tell us a little bit more about that.
So my undergraduate degree at UHD is in general business.
Okay.
So I did not know what I wanted to do. So I was like, oh, they have general business. So I could learn a bit in everything. And it was great because I get to experience what it's like to be maybe an accountant or marketing. And then I decided to minors in international business alongside with applied statistics.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, because again, you're telling a lot of students stories here in that, even someone like myself who's more middle-aged now, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do or be when I grow up. Again, many individuals, many young adults come here and are still undecided. Again, you knew you had a general interest in the business realm or business area. You decided to pursue general business to kind of get a little feel or experience in different areas of business. So you completed your BBA degree in general business, you obtained a few minors, and now you are pursuing what here at UHD?
I am pursuing my master's degree here in international business at UHD.
Excellent. And so this is, if I understand correctly, this is your first year in the MBA program?
My first year, first semester just started this spring.
So, and then tell me a little bit about, the pace of the program, how the classes are kind of structured. Are you taking them in person, online, a mixture of both? Tell me about that experience.
So the class pace for master degrees is quicker than undergraduate. We only have 8-week classes to complete. There was no other options for like 16s or anything like that. So it's strictly just 8-week classes, and it is very fast paced, and you have to learn on your own. There is a mixture of in-person, hybrid, and online that you get to choose. So it's very flexible, and it's made for you. It's made for you. It's made for you, and it's tailored to your needs. Like, let's say if you have a full-time job and you don't have enough time for school, our classes are in the evening. So after you get off of work, you can just go to class, or you can just log in through Zoom and be present for class. It's very easy and
Again,
accessible.
accessible, convenient, again, lots of various options, as you just mentioned, evening classes, again, online, hybrid, as you said. So obviously, again, convenient, flexible, and accessible, as you noted. You mentioned, of course, the fact that yes, the flexibility, because there are many individuals on our campus who are not only working, but many have other obligations that they
Yes.
tend to with family or even outside
Yes.
the home. Can you speak to what some of your, because my understanding is that you do work, can you speak to the types of employment you're currently doing while a student in the MBA program here at UHD?
Yes, ma'am. So I currently have 2 part-time jobs.
Ooh.
Both of them are 20 hours each week. So it's basically like one full-time job, but just at 2 different places.
Sure.
One of them is right here in both of them are in downtown actually. So one of them is at a law firm, and the other one is here at school as a graduate assistant.
Excellent.
And so, so every day when I go to work, I still have like free times after so that I can do my homework or I can just log in and figure out what's the next assignments is. And if I needed to attend class in person, it's just right down the street here at school. So it's very convenient and easy to get to. There's not much traffic. And my professors are very flexible. So he was like, if you can't make it to class, we still have the Zoom sessions going on. So it's work for everyone.
That's wonderful to hear. So again, it's nice to hear that the faculty, you know, as long as you communicate with them, they try to work and accommodate as best they can with what your needs are, what your schedule is. That's good to hear. Speaking of that, so yeah, balancing your school life with work and personal life. What would you say are some of the things that you do to make sure you stay on track and are successful through completion of the program?
Yes, ma'am. So I do utilize Microsoft Office Calendar. So that's the thing that I use. And I also have a physical planner where I plan out my days and what needs to be done and what's on my to-do list. And so it's very convenient when you utilize both, because one is like online, you can access that anytime. The other one, you can have it for anyone who needs to write things down.
Sure.
And if you one day maybe left your planner at home,
Sure,
then
exactly.
you still have the calendar there for you.
The electronic one.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's good. So yes, obviously, you've got to be organized to a certain extent to be successful. So definitely planning, of course.
Yes.
Being as organized as possible. Kind of again, planning your day-to-day activities, when you're going to do certain assignments or reading or work or what have you outside of, again, paid work that you're also doing along the way. And so would you say, because I know the Maryland Davies College of Business has its own career center, lots of resources, again, beyond the very accommodating faculty that are comprised within Maryland Davies College of Business. Are there any other things you would speak to in terms of what you've loved about your experience here at UHD, and more specifically, some of the highlights of the Maryland Davies College of Business that have helped you along the way?
Yes, ma'am. So when I was an undergraduate student, the advisors were very helpful. So utilize them as much as possible. They're there for you. You're paying for it. So they're there for you.
Absolutely.
And also the Career Center, they do take walk-ins. So you don't have to make an appointment. If you're here in downtown for like 5 minutes, then you can just swing by and that will help you with like tips for interview. They do have mock interview. They do have mock elevator pitch. They're there to help you, and they also will help you find work.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, and they'll help you tailor your resumes and everything. As for the graduate side, they still have advisors there for you, and you still are able to utilize the Career Center. the Maryland Davie College is there for you.
Aw. That's good to hear. So yeah, I just love hearing that. Again, there's again all along the way with respect to the class, the way the classes are offered, the faculty that you're working with, the resources that are there and available. And as you said, yes, that's part of that's part of what happens, or what is involved in the tuition that students pay, is getting the advising they need, utilizing the resources that are here on this campus. And so, again, making sure that students, as you said, utilize those resources and those services that are available to them to make sure they are successful. So my last question to you, Anne, before we adjourn this morning, is essentially, when is it anticipated that you'll graduate from the MBA program here, and then what are you looking to do afterwards?
So I spoke with my advisor, and we planned out and anticipate that I will graduate in a year, spring 2023.
Okay, ambitious. I like it. I like it.
Yes.
And then what do you see after that?
I see myself continue helping students here at UHD as long as I can, and just looking for better opportunities that will help me grow, and I will be an asset to wherever I am.
Well, I can say firsthand, having met you, and really just a few weeks ago, you are lovely, Anne. You have, you know, you can just tell that you have a great work ethic, a fabulous, energetic spirit. There's no doubt that you are going to continue to do great things, and we would love to see you here. I would love to see you here as long as you would like to stay here, and the opportunities exist, I'm sure, in the future. But with all that said and aside, I just want to say thank you again for taking the time this morning to come talk to me, to share your story, because your story mirrors a lot of many other students who are here, some of who have immigrated to the United States, some who have all kinds of varied life experiences, but then they all come here and hopefully can obtain and have the same type of positive experience you've had here thus far.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me today, and it's great to speak about my experience and maybe help those who need help.
Of course. So yes, so y'all, if y'all didn't hear, again, Miss Anne Tran is in the Maryland Davies College of Business working as a graduate assistant, again, is as part of their MBA and graduate programs there. So please feel free to reach out to her or any of our colleagues in the Maryland Davies College of Business for additional assistance, whether that be at the undergraduate or graduate levels. Lots of fabulous resources, opportunities for scholarships, so many different types of benefits there, of course, along with all the other resources that are here at the UHD campus itself. So thanks for joining us this morning, and we look forward to seeing you next time.